Grand Rising, Elizabeth. It's a wonderful day in Detroit and wherever everybody else is. Today is the 3rd of April.
Mm,
So, and this is Passion and Purpose Day. So I welcome every one of you, every single one of you. There's a um, I know everybody on here. Let me see. Who is Suburban Group? Thank you for coming. I am Nicole. Okay. I specialize in business infrastructure and program development. Wonderful.
nice.
Wonderful.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. You know,
Okay. Hi, my name is Nicole Hudgens. I was referred by Sandy. Anyway, I write grants every day. I'm a grant writer and I work with I'm partnered with the Detroit Crime Commission. Oh my God, Boys and Girls Club United Way. I write custom programs for my clients. So I take organizations from an idea to a fully scalable and fundable entity. So I create organizations. I help them with their partnership development, their fiscal sponsors, their board development. I write custom programs that's like 250 pages, 1,000 pages, and then I train their board on how to implement their program. I write grants. I give people millions of dollars per year. The most common organizations who contact me are veterans, human trafficking, transitional housing, senior homes, education, violence prevention, mentorship, mental health. I write curriculum for schools. I write laws, bills, and policies for government officials. I do a lot. So I'm just here. She asked me to come, and I'm like, okay, I'll try. But I've been doing schoolwork. I'm in college. I'm on the dean's list at Schoolcraft College and all of that.
Congrats.
And so, and I said, okay, I'll try, but I'm not dressed. So, but I just, my alarm went off. It said 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, the Zoom meeting. So I just jumped on just to listen to you all.
oh,
Thank you.
you
Thank you
are
for
a
coming.
busy person.
I'm very busy. I just got an award from the Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. I got a award for a congressional record. I work with Sri Tanadar, Mary Kavanaugh, the senator. I just met with Mayor Sheffield like 4 times in the past month. So I partner with elected officials and other corporations to reduce violence, reduce illiteracy, and reduce poverty. So that's my main goal.
Okay, so do you have time for a husband and children?
I have 3 children.
Oh my gosh.
I've been up since 4 a.m. doing homework, and my daughter just woke up, and I'm ready to go and lay back down.
Right.
Well, that is definitely the advantage of Zoom because you don't have to be dressed and all of that. You'll see my hand above me. I don't want to put my mask on throughout this, but I'm having some dental issues going on. But you just don't stop. You just keep going. You just keep going. You work it through, and you hope people understand. But meanwhile, you just keep on moving. So thank you for joining us, um,
Yeah.
and
Does she
pipe
have a
in.
contact information? Can she put in the chat?
Yes, please.
Yes, I will put my email and my phone number in the chat.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
you. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna get started. Whew, yeah, this is it's funny because when I started talking with chat, first, it was giving me some stuff that was like you guys are like we're all beginners, right? And I had to go back and say, wait a minute, these people are already These are seniors. I mean, they're retirees or about to retire. These are people over 40. Oh, okay, okay. So it went and took us on a whole, not a whole different direction, but definitely things that we need to consider and figuring out whether we are doing, like just what are we doing? Just to give you a little bit about myself is I am the founder of Grand Rising Elizabeth, um, and my passion is passion and purpose. Why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? And my businesses are Elizabeth Visionaries, which is this show, Everett's Natural Beauty School and Salon, the City of Arts, linking everyday extraordinary people, which I call it LEAP. And I do music, Queen Aduni music, mainly jazz and urban progressive with my husband, Philip-Hale, and Certified Event Entrepreneur Institute, which is my newest baby that I'm working on diligently now. So, um, yeah, that's what's happening. So we're going to talk about, do you have a business or a hobby? And I want to say that it doesn't matter. It's just you knowing what you have and why do you have it that way? Why you want this just to stay a hobby, or do you want to go ahead and do a business, make a business out of it? Now, this is a conversation that we're going to have with you. Your business is not broken. Now, the reason why it's saying that is because I was telling Chat, that's my buddy, I was telling Chat about um, some of the things that I haven't done, or I'm not at that level and stuff like that. And this is the response. Your business is not broken. Your motto is breakthrough is to stop personalizing business failure. So I went into that mode and it said, now what we're going to do is we want to go there, go there. You can be gifted and broke.
Mm.
That's for everybody. Are you gifted? You're doing all these wonderful things, helping everybody, and you don't have any money. Your model determines your money. Your hobby versus structured business. So this is when we talk about really writing your vision and really making it plain. Make it plain. As I've shared before, is that, when I did my business plan for the school and the salon, I had just had a hysterectomy, so I had 6 weeks that I couldn't really do something. So I really did, I just jumped in and laid it out. And that business plan is still valuable. And today, every year, I could just check off what I had accomplished. But what I found out was when the Bible says, make it plain, write your vision upon tablets and make it plain. And it also says so that men can grab it and run with it. So you want to write everything down about your vision. I mean, just really go there, really write it on out. And then, um, so this sister came into the shop and she I gave her the business plan. She does marketing. And I gave her the business plan. About a week later, she came back with it and she says, here. And I said, well, don't you need it? She says, no, I saw it. I read it. I read everything you wrote down, and I know what my part is. And that's when that really became real for me because I had it all written down, every part, the marketing, the finances, the structure, how the new students came in, what time they came in, like is it every month, every 3 months? And then I also shared it with my board of directors and Pi Emba, who is a master in numbers. He said, you have what did he call it? it's when I had a bottleneck because I had too many students coming in and not enough going out. So just being able to share your vision with people is very, very, very important. So what I want you to think about right now is, what do you sell? What do you sell? Who do you sell it to or service? And how often do you get paid for it? Now that's a thought. You're doing all kinds of stuff and you're helping all kind of people, but are you getting paid for it? That's going to make a difference whether it is a hobby or a business. Now, and you have a hobby, you can turn that into a business. Some people do ask for what they're valued. I also sing, and just go out and do jam sessions and stuff. No, it's time to really make some money. We have done a recording, and we're working on that as well. So you're not charging enough, or are you? You know it for yourself. So your breakthrough is income honesty. Got to be honest with yourself. Do you have a fear of charging? Are you overgiving and underpricing? Being nice versus being profitable. So our question is, what did you make last month? What should you have made last month? What could you have made last month had you charged for what you were doing last month? Now, so we're going to let that sit for a second. And that's whether you some of us are in multi-level marketing. It doesn't matter what it is. Are you making money? What should you or could you have made last week, last month? Where are we really? And what is stopping us? And you guys, you can chime in anytime you want to. You don't need more clients, you need better offers. Sometimes we're running around trying to get everybody. We're doing a lot of a lot of events. We're doing a lot of posting and things like that. But are we asking for what we deserve? Our breakthrough is to stop chasing people. I see you. I see you, Lakeisha. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
So this is like really so profound that you're talking about that today because I was in Natural Living by Design's back office today, and then I was looking at the sales that has been, coming in, and then I looked at, last week, why the sales has slowed down and
Mhm.
what can we do to elevate to the next level. So sometimes we have some really good months and then sometimes it's really slow. And I think one of the main things that's very important is the system. What kind of system do you have in place? Are
Mhm.
you concentrating on money making activities? Like, we can't get caught up so much. I feel like we just been bamboozled when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, and all of those type of things because that really doesn't matter if you really don't have a good system in place. What is your marketing strategy? Like, where should your concentration really be on? You
Mhm.
know, yeah, social media is good, yeah, but it's no good if you really don't have no structure in place. Email marketing campaign. I'm like, we need to utilize that. I'm like, what are we not concentrating on? Me concentrating on marketing emails, campaigns is more important than me posting. So let's look at, are you making any money making activities? What's more important? I feel like you should focus on that. So I think this was really good. Systems, putting a system in place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. We're gonna talk about that as well. I think you have to do everything. You have to in that system, you have to put in place what time you're going to spend on this. And just situate it where like what you're saying, what's the system? All of it is important. Every single one of it is important. I'm going to go back here. Thank you, babe. So, like I said, you don't need more clients. You need better offers. And that's where, and the social media is super important. As I was taking a class over the weekend, I mean, past few days, today is the last day with AI marketing and how to do that and how to be effective and all the different, oh my God, there's so much stuff out there. It is, I'm not going to say it's ridiculous, it's just what it is. And in this day and time, you must learn. As one of the ladies said, you teach your children, teach yourself before you don't have a choice. Get ahead of the game while we are, like it's just now coming out. So you want to stop chasing people and have that follow. Okay, here's one of the things, the follow up. That's where I really have to work on. Oh my God, I talked to her last week and I have not called them back. And it's the follow-up that people really appreciate. So weak offers don't convert. You got to have a strong offer. You must have clarity over volume. What is it? How much does it cost? I remember somebody said, well, how much is it? And I did not have a good answer. I did not have the clarity. And I'm out there just telling people about stuff, and in particular, in this case, we're talking about super passionate. Well, how much is it? Oh my God, I don't have there's different prices and I don't have that down. So I had to stop and write that out so that I have an answer. Clarity over volume. So we out here and we have the world interested, but we don't have our information or we don't have our tools. We don't have the location. We don't have the information together. And the packaging, that matters as well. What does it look like? What do you have? What are you going to put it in? What bag are you going to pack? I'm sorry, I don't have nothing to put this in.
Mhm.
And yes, there's that beginning stage where you're putting all that together. And I don't think that you have to wait. Now, some people they will wait until they have everything perfect. I'm not that type of person. I would get going, but I know that those things need to be in place. And some things really need to be in place before you get going out there. So, what is the packaging? How are you going to what are you going to pass out to people? What are you going to say to the questions that they ask you? What is your yeah, how about what is the name of your business? What is it you definitely are focusing on so that you're not all over the place? So have you to describe your offer in one sentence. And if they can't do it, then it's unclear. So I do want to jump back. I want you to, in one sentence, each of you, I would like for you to share. Okay, Evelyn, in one sentence, there's no right or wrong. All of you unmute yourself so you can go real fast. In one sentence. And I know many of us do a lot of things, but what is that thing that's hot right now for you? Mama,
Are you are you speaking on like an elevator pitch? Like
yeah,
an
like an
elevator
elevator
pitch
pitch.
for
Yeah,
your company?
yeah. Let's do that. Okay, because I'm
I'll
looking
do my
at
Madam
the screen.
Finance.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lakeisha.
My name is Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I love helping everyday people build wealth with confidence.
Wonderful, wonderful. Kim, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Come on. Okay. Am I unmuted? Okay. I was having a difficulty there. So I guess I always like to, when I'm talking about that one sentence thing, is I like to maybe sometimes ask a question, and that would be, have you ever heard of Super Patch? And then it gives me the opportunity, if they say yes, no, or maybe, then I can come back with, okay, let me tell you about it. And here's what we do. And, talk about that it's VTT technology. There's no drugs. I'm on a mission to get people drug free, and that's basically what it is. So I always like to ask a question so that I can get an answer back, because sometimes some of the things that we say doesn't, you can't get into that place, if that makes sense. Like you can't get into that conversation.
Okay,
So
Kim,
yeah.
ask, do it just like what you do, the way you do it. I'll answer you.
Okay. So Queen, have you heard of Super Patch before?
A little bit.
A little bit. So what have you heard about them?
Something about healing or something like that. Well,
Okay, so what we are, it's really, really simple. We're VTT technology, which stands for Vibrotactile Technology, which simply is we have patches for pain, for sleep, for depression, for calorie burning, you name it. We have 15 different patches. So we've got a patch for everyone. And what's really cool about it is that when the patch goes on you, there's no drugs in it, it's drug free, and basically it is a messenger to your brain. So we
wonderful.
already have everything working, right? Our brain, we're not changing anything. All we're doing is getting those pathways opened. That's it. So I'm on a mission to share, how I can help people become drug free.
Ashe, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Lakeisha?
Yes. All right. So I like Kim's pitch, but the thing is, if I may, we
Yeah.
didn't know your name. So we didn't know your name. So you said you could start with a question, but we don't know who you are. Remember, like who you are. Um, so I got that from Forbes
Yeah,
Rise
I've already
Up.
done that, but yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. You
I'm
did that.
teasing you.
Oh,
But
okay,
no,
okay.
I mean I've already, because when she asked me what my pitch was, I felt like I've already got to that section. But that's a
Okay.
good point, my dear. Good point. I love it.
Mhm.
I'll make sure I do that the next time. Okay, you guys, you better make sure you do it. She's gonna call you out.
No, I'm not. I'm just
I love
saying, I
you.
love the pitch. I love it.
Yeah.
I just, I'm like, but I didn't.
It's a hard, I feel like probably Super Patch is the hardest thing. I've been in this industry for over 50 years, and I feel like it's the hardest product because it's so new. And so it really is trying to feel comfortable. And I just think that for me to feel comfortable, and what I'd like to teach my team members is to ask the question, of course, say, I mean, because we've already, somehow or another, I've already gotten to that point where we've introduced ourselves. So then
Hmm.
it's just asking the question. And when you ask the question, and you don't say anything, like you just wait for them to respond. They have to give you a yes or no or a maybe. And that's with any business. I've done that with all my businesses. So,
Hmm. Let
they're
let
going
me
to,
respond to that, Kim. In this, like right in this space right here, these people don't know you.
right,
And I knew you and Deetra when we came on, but the new people did not. What I'm looking for, so that everybody, and you did a wonderful job. What we're looking for is we want you to say what is important. Like, my name is Queen Aduni, and I create the space and the opportunities for people to express and experience their full self-expression, which is their passion, and get paid. Then, bam. How's that? So if you're on an elevator, like she said, you don't have a lot of time for the whole conversations. In this moment, this is for everybody. In this moment, I just want you to do a one sentence about what you do, what is important to you, what do you spend your time doing, So you do want to work on, if you meet a stranger, you only have 1 second, just 1 minute to say. You want to say that and then either leave a card or if you want more information, I'd love to talk to you, blah, 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 blah. So what we're doing in this exercise is I want to see that you know what is your purpose here? What is it that you do every day that is so important to you? So you did a wonderful job. We're in a workshop kind of thing, and we
right.
want to share. and about what we're doing so that you know where you want to spend your time. We know where you spend your time, but everybody else does not know that.
Right, exactly.
And so that's what that is. So
You
Brian,
know, I when you made the comment about one thing that I always do too is that when I'm giving information, I'm asking, like, if I'm one, if I'm giving them like my digital business card or whatever, I'm always asking them, even though I'll get the digital business card, I ask them if they have a business card or do they, if I'm giving something, I want to get something back. So that way I can do the follow-up.
yeah,
Because the
cool.
follow-up is more important. It's very important. So that's one thing that
Absolutely.
I do.
Thank you. So
Mhm.
Byron,
I know I already spoke and said what I do, but when I walk up to a person or if someone approach me, I usually say, "Hi, my name." Shh. Okay, hold on. I usually say, "Hi, my name is Nicole Hudgens. I am a grant writer. I specialize in business infrastructure and program development. I take organizations from an idea to a fully scalable and fundable entity." And that's it. And I drop my card, airdrop, digital card, whatever it is. I just drop everything, and then they're like, "Okay, I need your number. I need your, and then I'll be in touch." And then that's it.
wonderful.
But I mean, I'm actually a business infrastructure specialist, but I always just say grant writer because a lot of people don't know what
All that other stuff
business
is.
infrastructure, they don't understand that I write custom programs, and that's what I do to make everybody legally compliant across all sectors with the IRS, with the state of Michigan, before I even go into grant writing for you. So I do a whole analysis of your whole entire organization, but they only understand two words: grant writer. You get
Yeah.
money from me, okay?
Okay, right. Sister Deetra.
Okay. My name is Deidre Covington with Go Herbal Arise. I am a health practitioner, focusing on maintaining your health naturally, drug free.
Oh, wonderful.
Awesome.
Stacy, unmute yourself, boo. Oh, okay, she
Oh,
can't do it right now. Okay. Evelyn.
Hey. Well, my name is Evelyn Pinkert, and I am Mama Evelyn to most, and I am a creator of spaces to create art. That wasn't good. I didn't like that one.
Okay.
I'm one of those spur of the moment people. I do better at spur of the moment things. I can just come back right then and there. So you're like me, Evelyn. And when
Okay.
I'm saying spur of the moment, I'm in the mood, I'm in the zone, and then I go boom.
Okay,
Okay, we
my
got a
name is
lot more to
Evelyn.
cover, so I wanna get through
Okay,
this.
I'll think about it.
Okay,
You want me to do it again?
Gaylen, you want to share?
Um, Galen, working with Super Patch. We have patches that help you with any of your conditions. And I really wasn't prepared for that, but yeah. Yeah. So we have technology that has no drugs and it's easy to put in your purse, put in your pocket and go. If you have pain, if you have sleep issues, we've got a patch for that.
Yeah, cool. Yolanda, thank you for getting up this early. She's in California.
My name is Yolanda Eatman. My clients call me Professor. I prepare technicians to become entrepreneurs, to scale your business, to become ATM machines. If you're in business and you're not monetized, it's a hobby. Get a job.
That's point blank. Okay, Stacy, can you talk now? No. All right. Okay, we're gonna go
I
back.
can talk, but I don't want to.
Oh no. Okay, I know we got some hands up. We got to keep going. Um, unless it's super important. If it's super important, raise your hand, Lakeisha.
Well, I just wanted to share by me taking Forbes Riley pitch. I just wanted to say that one of the things that she always say, like I say, Lakeisha LeGrand, known as. So maybe you might want to say what you know as. The whole thing is just the pitch is you want them to say, "Wow, tell me more." That's
Yeah.
the thing you want them to say. Wow, tell me more. I'm known as Lakeisha LeGrand. I mean, Madam Finance because. So whatever you're known as, because what? Because you want them to be able to say, "Wow, tell me more." Like Miss Nicole, she was like, people understand the grant. You understand that? Wow, we always like, well, tell me more, tell me more. So that's the goal
Hmm.
is to get them to say, "Wow, tell me more." I just want to share.
Awesome. That's good. Good talk. Good talk right there. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, busy but broke. The activity trap. The breakthrough is activity versus income. So being busy feels productive, but what actually brings money in? And I'm speaking of myself, I can get because I'm really creative. My mind be just going. I'm sure many all of you as well. And it's just like you saw how many businesses that I have going there. These are where Everest was the very first, and that's been 40. I'm 73 years old, so that it's been a quite a while. My son is 47. I started right before him. So um still that is still going, but I got all these other projects that I'm working on. Now, being busy feels productive, but what actually brings in the money?
Hmm.
What brings in the money? List everything that you did this week and circle which ones made money. The gap, that gap right there, that's the problem. For it to become a business, you got to you got to fill in that gap. You're avoiding sales, let's be honest. Now, some of us, we've been together for some years. So that's when Chat was saying, "Oh, having to think about this and visualize." I said, "Oh, no, 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 no. These people, they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for years. So let's go there. Why are we not making or money or those who are making a lot of money share what that is about?" There is no yeah, I'm not gonna go there right now. Now, so sometimes it's the fear of rejection, not asking for the sale, or hiding behind content. Our role play is asking for payment or say your price out loud. Just say it out loud. Um, and I know that I have a challenge with that when it's not about hair. You asked me to do your hair. But even then, even this past week, I did a sister's hair who had not come back for months, and she had like 3 inches of new growth. For those who don't know, I'm a master in natural hair care. And when I'm doing locks, or in particular sister locks, which is not just rolling it, but I have to go through different techniques and movements, and she hadn't been there, and I was like, and she hadn't separated her hair, so it took me much longer. And as I'm going, as hours are going past, and I'm like, oh no, she can't pay me just that. I gotta ask for it. Well, and then here comes this conversation. Well, I don't know. Well, no, no. You ask for what you deserve because you are working your butt off on this sister's head to make it, and it's not my fault that she took so long to come back. I mean, it wasn't her, she was sick. But as it relates to that, my work is my work. So, I was talking to myself, girl, you better get over that and say what it is. And not only that, she gave me a $50 tip on top of what I asked her for. So I walked away feeling complete. I walked away feeling whole. I walked away feeling valued for what I've done to bring her back to a beautiful hairstyle that And then I just said, let me know when you next time, because my time, I normally I give 4 hours, not more than 4 hours. So I was there all day. So you got to let me know when it's like that so that I can schedule you in the right way. Okay. Your network isn't supporting you. No, now what? Okay, so stop waiting on your family and your friends to support you. Your audience may not be in your circle. That might not be the person. You must go where your buyers are. When I started doing teaching natural hair, my students were coming from all over the world. Okay. Some came from China. This other sister came from Germany. The other sisters, different people came from all over. But right in your house, they know you. You in your community, they know you. Sometimes that works for you, but sometimes you have to reach out, and other people who know nothing about you, have no opinion of you except for what you are presenting to them and what they're looking for, and they will pay the money. These people, they would be here for 6 months, and they would actually come here and they would get a room, a hotel or something, or an apartment that they could use for 6 months, and they would stay there. They would pay that and they would pay my tuition. That's where, when we're talking about lessons from the conception from Dr. Miles Monroe, it said, when Jesus was born, they had the kings, the wise men, they came to bring him gifts, not the people who were there. He was in danger, actually, there. So you got to just put the word out there and let God touch the hearts and the pocketbooks of those people. Identify who actually needs your service. Who really needs your service? When you think about people, I always thought about the rock, somebody selling rocks, a business selling rocks. Oh my God. But somebody loves doing that. You built it but didn't structure it. Your breakthrough. No system. And that's what Lakeisha was talking about. You must create what that system. You don't have a system, you will not have growth. You got to have that system in place. One, to control yourself. So you know what you're doing, when you're doing it, what is the deadline, when do you have to have this done before you can do the next thing. Sometimes we jump way over here to the end result because you just want to see it and did not do. Oh my God. Oh my God. I almost want to cry. I'm telling you, the Lord opened up a door for me to for a building, a 90,000 square foot building. God gave me that building. The man put the key in my hand. No money down. He paid for the person to walk through, what do you call those? Architect to walk through and find out what it's going to cost to bring the building up to code, and for what I wanted done. He paid for that. No money, no money. And I got in there and everything was wonderful. We're meeting, people are coming through. I'm touring, giving tours and stuff. But then after so much, I kept asking the man, what is it going to cost me when it's time for me to start paying? He would not give me an answer. So I kind of knew, okay, something ain't right. Bottom line is, I had a guy come in. This is also important. I had a guy came in who had um, oh yeah, I can get the money, and my friend, she works at the bank and all that kind of stuff. So um it didn't work, and he started, and then he also told me that he was a hustler. When people tell you who they are, believe it, right?
The first time.
And so so what happened was he lied when I told him I could see something wasn't going right. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to the strategy that I was using. And um And he got mad and he he didn't get violent with me, but what he did was he called the owner and he told him that I was stealing stuff from the top of the building and all of that. It was ugly. It was very ugly. Okay. And so after he told me I had to get out, I got a letter from the lawyer and stuff. I had to get out, and I was like, God, Lord, what happened? I could see the vision was clear. The vision was clear, right? And then I said, I could see the paper clip on the floor. That's how clear my vision was. But what had happened was my foundation was not there. So he says, okay, so now let's go back and let's create the foundation. I was at the end. I was already at the end. And he said, now let's go back and let's lay the foundation so that if you fall, you're only going to fall just a little bit. I fell all the way down, but that was devastating. That's actually a movie. So I haven't created it, but it was so devastating what had happened. Um, and then spiritually, God kept saying the money is there. People would come, and my ancestors even came and said that the money is there. But guess what the there was for me? The there was the Keisha had the money. The there was the bank had the money. The there was this person or this organization had the money. It wasn't that I had the money within me. It's there. It's there. I just needed to line myself up. The alignment was not there. The foundation was not there. So you want to look at, that's why you really want to hone in on what you're doing. Get with Severn, her group. Okay, just wanted to share that because that is so important. Get your foundation. All right. You built it, but you didn't structure it. And that's what we're talking about, the systems. You didn't have the pricing of everything, no onboarding. And this is what Yolanda talks about onboarding. What is that process of bringing everybody in? Do you have all the job descriptions? Who do you need to be part of it? If it's only you right now, for you to become a business, who else do you need on board? Do you have your lawyers in place? Do you have your accountants in place? Do you have all of that is important. Your onboarding that should be written down so that you know what you're going after. No repeatable process. Repetition, the system. Uh-oh. So it's time to specialize. You're too general. What is your niche? Clarity. What is that thing? What is that thing that you do? And what are you specializing in? Like as it relates to Super Patch, which is a multi-level marketing. You all know about that. My specialty will be the hair industry. When I see children and adults, their hair, they tender-headed, and now I can give them something where you don't have to have the pain while you're sitting there going through. Another thing that I experienced was my hands actually locked up on me. Seriously, I was in such pain. And I remember that I had a patch in the pocket, in my coat pocket. I put that on, even though my son was massaging, but as he's massaging, it is killing me while he's just, rubbing my hand. When I put the patch on, I didn't even have to go back to him for him to rub it because it just relaxed. My hand relaxed and I was able to complete the work that I needed to do. So that is one of my market. I'm gonna specialize with them. That's who I'm gonna talk to. Because I know a lot of people have different pains in different areas of their life. And wonderful, I have something, I got a patch forever. I got, like they say, I got a patch for that. We got a patch for that. But for that particular industry, I know what they deal with. And that's where I'm going to, a lot of my energy is going to be straight to them. My marketing is going to be straight to them. Okay, so trying to serve everyone, you cannot do. And I know one of the things that they'll tell you when you say, so who is it? Everybody? No. Mm-mm. Everybody might can use your service, but who are you targeting? Who are you targeting? What is your niche? What is your thing that when they see you, yeah, but she specializes in this particular thing. And why specialization increases your income? Because when they think of something, they think of you in particular. I help blah achieve blah using blah. Okay? You're sitting on income streams that you haven't built yet. Expansion thinking. One skill, many streams. Workshops, digital, consulting. There are many ways that we can get the work out, our services out. So one of the exercises, you want to turn one service into 3 different offers. Okay. Visibility is the problem, and I'm going through because I see we got some a time thing. I want you to get this. Visibility is the problem. It's not your talent. You know what you're doing. You got to get it out there. You got to let people know about what you're doing and use all of the methods, all of it. And when we talk about social media, social media is super important. It's super important, especially with gas going up the way it's going up. You can't go to everything, you know, and you're one person. So you got to spread the word, spread the words. Your breakthrough is being unseen equals being unpaid. The more people know about you, the better. This, I'm telling you, this sister with the AI marketing, she
Mm.
dynamite. She is dynamite. You see her and her clone, and those who don't want to make, well, we got to get me. I'm not even going to go there, but you got to do something. There are things where you don't have to have your face out there. Well, find that way out. You find out how to
Yeah.
get that done where you're unseen or your voice. You don't like your voice. There's stuff out there that where you can use somebody else's voice, but you got to go there and you got to be consistent. You got to do it all the time, all the time. That girl had everybody that came on that was on there. Then she would, at a certain point, she would say, go at this point, go and do this. Go to this social media, go to on my platform, go and do this. And you could just see her all the time. She was out there all the time. Here she is in different, sometimes she's walking, sometimes she's sitting, sometimes she's at the beach, sometimes all of that. And she didn't physically do that. So the AI, you got to work it, learn it, work it. And
Yes, yes.
being seen, like I said, the fear of being seen. Commit to showing up 3 times a week with whatever that thing is that you're doing, or many things. That means for me, I have to show up in the singing, I have to show up in the event planning, because that's my hot topic right now, my hot project, as well as Super Patch. I got to be out there more and more and more and more and more. And I don't have to physically do it all. There are, with the technology that we have available, it is it's it's it can be done. You don't have to have a money plan. Our breakthrough income needs structure. Random income versus planned revenue. Monthly targets. How much do you need monthly? And reverse engineer it. How are you going to be able to make that? I need to make this much money. So you sit down and you say, okay, how can I do that? And then work the plan. As Lakeisha and Lakeisha does the wealth building Wednesdays. And she's always talking about the system and knowing how much you need and how you can make this money, not all of a sudden, waiting on something the windfall to come, but
Mhm.
actually structuring how much can you put in this and put into this project, how much. And actually, when we do that, you find out it's not as devastating as we think. It's not that. It's just taking the time to do it and then sticking to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legacy, somebody want to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Legacy businesses versus side hustles. You can't leave your kids a side hustle. You can't do that. The breakthrough is elevation mindset, ownership, sustainability, building something that lasts. Is your business built to last for 10 years? Is it? Okay. Business Q&As. You got questions or comments and stuff you want to share? Then I have one more thing right before we go that
Queen, I would like to share that I appreciate you sharing your different points. I think they're valuable.
thank you.
Mhm.
So are there any
This is
takeaways?
Yolanda. I like to share.
Mhm.
Sorry. Um, I found that if I start with a business case where I just take you through a series of questions, and put that in Chat GPT or one of the AI programs, it will tell you whether it's worth your time to invest in the business idea or even the business that you already have.
Mhm.
Because most people spend years failing in business.
Mhm.
Money, they spend so much money trying to put a business together that has no monetary value.
Mhm.
It's just a hobby. So that really has changed the way I approach consulting and teaching business.
Mhm. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Kim, thanks, Yolanda.
So I wanted to thank you so much for this call. It's amazing. And just to give you a heads up, when we're going to be asking some of our associates to do a training, and I can tell you right now, you're going to be on that list. So this same training that you did right now, I think is really, really great, and we could gear it towards Super Patch. But I loved it, and thank you for it. And I'm so glad that I hopped on today.
Wonderful. I tell you, Yolanda's using, she's a professor in California, and she's using Sister Pat, Super Patch as the project that we are looking at as a business, and whether it is all the things that what we were saying, what she was saying, is it worth putting your money and your time in? And that has been super valuable to not use it as a hobby. And even if we could have hobbies and stuff, but is that taken away from what we really need to do? Because I can get caught up in the other things. So I have to make sure what is the priority, and how can I use my talents of singing and all that kind of stuff to promote, to bring people together so that I could talk about what my business is. Yeah. So anyone else have something to share? It is Sabern. Is that your first name? Your last name, Sabern?
No, that's the name of my company. It's called Sabern Group. My name is Nicole Hudgens.
Nicole. Yeah, there's no accident, God don't have no accidents that you would come on so that one and we'll have you come on in your busy schedule so that you can also really go deep into what you do. But for you to show up on this topic, so what I want to do, it is 10 o'clock right now. I'm going to switch over. I want you all to see something I worked on last night, and for the Grand Rising Elizabeth, this is super important for us. Um, what was accomplished yesterday. I'm gonna go here. You guys can see, right? My screen?
Yes.
All right, here we
Yes.
go. This is what I did last night for us.
Oh, cute.
We are in the midst, for those who are not the hosts, we're in the midst of changing, updating ourselves. And each one of you have your own page. All this still needs to be done. This is where all your shows would be.
Okay.
Your email, your phone number, contact, and all of your social media stuff. And it has one for everyone. And Deetra and Stacy, you have your own page.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that's how all of that is looking. So as we're upgrading and getting our stuff going to the next level, I wanted you all to see what things are going to look like. So I want to thank every one of you for coming. Yeah, so anyone want to share anything, take away as we close?
I do. I wanted to talk about the fortune is in the follow-up. And so you was talking about the follow-up, and sometimes even me, I do all of these workshops, these presentations, and I get all these names. What good is me? All that work I did, getting all of those names. What good is that if I don't set a day to do the follow-up? So the fortune is in the follow-up. It is so important to follow up. So I just wanted to reiterate that.
And that makes people feel good when you follow up. It really, 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 really does. And that's when many times that's when the decision is made. So we want to give ourselves a great big hug on yourself. Kiss yourself, love on yourself, hug the world, because we know the world needs it, and sprinkle goodness and wisdom and love on all of our leaders, and have a wonderful and awesome weekend and life on purpose. Peace out.
Yes.
Good
Thank
Friday.
you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for inviting us.